Why people with ADHD struggle more even when they're trying harder. If you have ADHD, you probably ask, okay, I should probably start the video with letting people know I'm reading it off my phone, because they're gonna be like, why are you reading it off the phone? That doesn't count. You're gonna get disqualified. So let's try that again. We're gonna get straight into the video. Why people with ADHD struggle more even when they're trying harder. I tried doing this off script, just straight freestyling without looking at my phone, but it ended up just being a miserable fail. So we're gonna just do it off the phone. Don't judge me. If you have ADHD, you probably asked yourself this before. Why does life feel harder for me than it seems for everyone else? You see people stay consistent, keep routines, finish things, move forward, and meanwhile, you feel like you're stuck, behind, overwhelmed, exhausted, and the worst part, you are trying. This video isn't about excuses, it's about understanding. But once you understand why ADHD makes things harder, the shame starts to loosen. Part 1. ADHD is not a lack of effort. One of the biggest lies people with ADHD internalize is, if I just tried harder, I'd be fine. But effort is not the problem. People with ADHD often try harder than average, think more deeply, replay mistakes longer, care intensely. The issue isn't effort. It's how the brain manages energy, motivation, and execution. ADHD is a regulation disorder, not an attention deficit. You don't lack attention. You lack control over where attention goes. That difference matters. Excuse the background noise or background stuff going on. Part 2. Motivation works differently in ADHD. Most people can do tasks because they are important, responsible, expected. People with ADHD usually need tasks to feel interesting, urgent, emotionally engaging. If a task doesn't trigger one of those, the brain doesn't activate. That's why you can focus for 6 hours on something you love, but can't start a 10-minute task you hate. That is not laziness. It's a dopamine regulation issue. Your brain isn't rewarding important, it rewards stimulating. When people say, just do it, your brain hears, do something with no fuel. Part 3. Executive dysfunction, the hidden struggle. Executive dysfunction controls things like starting task, switching tasks, organizing steps, prioritizing, finishing. With ADHD, these symptoms are inconsistent. That's why knowing what to do doesn't mean you can do it. Knowing what to do doesn't mean you can do it. Okay, I read that right. And honestly, just recording this is like overload, really overload. So I feel you. Simple tasks feel heavy, just like this. Starting feels impossible. A good example, you need to clean your room. Your brain sees pick up clothes, decide where to go, clear space, deal with emotions, avoid distractions. That's not one task. That's 20 micro decisions. Your brain shuts down before you even begin. True story. Part 4. ADHD brains are always on. Most people can rest mentally. Must be nice. People with ADHD often can't. There's constant thoughts, random ideas, inner conversations, background noise. Even when you're sitting still, your mind is working overtime. That's why you feel tired after doing nothing. You burn out faster. Rest doesn't feel refreshing. You're not weak. You're mentally overworked. Part 5. Emotional regulation is harder. ADHD affects emotions more than people realize. Excuse me. That means criticism hurts deeper, rejection feels personal, stress escalates quickly. This is sometimes called emotional dysregulation. It's why one bad comment can ruin your day. Small setbacks feel huge. Motivation disappears after emotional hits. Over time, this builds anxiety, avoidance, fear of failure. Not because you're dramatic, but because your nervous system reacts stronger. Part 6. Years of being misunderstood. Many people with ADHD grow up hearing, "You're smart, but lazy. You have so much potential. Why can't you just be consistent?" After years of this, you start to believe something is wrong with you. You can't trust yourself. Trying leads to disappointment. So eventually, you stop starting. Not because you don't care, but because failure feels safer than hope. Part 7. Why ADHD makes life feel harder. Life is built for consistency, linear progress, steady energy. ADHD brains are creative, intense, non-linear, momentum-based. So you're trying to survive in a system that doesn't fit how you work. That goes back to feeling misunderstood. That friction causes burnout, shame, comparison, a lot of comparison, isolation. Here's the truth. People with ADHD are not broken. They are resilient, creative, emotionally deep, adaptable, but they live in a world that doesn't slow down or adjust. If you're struggling, it doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're playing life on hard mode. And the fact that you're still here, that says more about your strengths than you realize. If you have ADHD and life feels harder, you're not just imagining it. ADHD makes life impossible. Or, sorry, ADHD doesn't make life impossible. It just makes it heavier. You're not behind. You're just built differently. Built different. Let's go. And that pretty much sums it up on why ADHD makes a normal person, if you want to call them that, makes their life much more difficult. And as someone who has pretty bad ADHD, it really does. Because, I mean, it just does. Anyways, I was going to say something inspirational, but don't give up. Stay consistent. It's not that hard. My feet just cracked. But yeah, man, trust me. To all of you people out there who have something or are similar to the things I explain or are similar to me, right? I can promise you, if you just keep on trying, no matter how weird you may feel, no matter how unaccepted, I don't even know if that's a word, you may feel, just know it's still possible to attain your dreams and your goals, whatever you have envisioned. You just have to lock in, even when it's hard to lock in. So, pretty much. And caffeine, and unfortunately, medication does help, but I'm not saying that you need those things, but it definitely helps. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, you are someone that has ADHD, and subscribe. Let's go.